Hello, my friend. I'm Dr. Clara, a men's health urologist, and I've spent over 3 decades working with men just like you. Men over 50, 60, and even 70 who thought their best days of confidence, energy, and intimacy were behind them. But I want to start with a truth that may surprise you. The answer isn't just another pill. It is instead a supplement you pick off a store shelf. It's something far more intimate, far more powerful, and it lies right in your own hands. Today, I want to introduce you to a practice most men have never been taught but desperately need: male wellness massage. Now, before you let your mind wander, let me be very clear. This isn't about indulgence or shallow pleasure. This is about restoration. It's about rewiring your body, reclaiming your vitality, and reigniting your confidence in ways that medication alone can never achieve. Because whether you are 60, 70, or beyond, the way you connect with your body today will determine the quality of your life tomorrow. And what I'm about to share could shift the way you think about aging, intimacy, and self-care forever. So, take a breath, relax your shoulders. Know that by simply being here, you're taking a step toward change that most men never have the courage to take. Let's be honest. Aging changes things. Your hormones shift, testosterone slowly declines, circulation slows down, energy dips, and for many men, sexual health begins to feel like a faded memory of what it used to be. You may have noticed tension in your lower abdomen, erections that don't feel as firm or lasting, or maybe, and this one is often unspoken, you've begun to feel a disconnect from your own desire. If that sounds familiar, I want you to hear this clearly. You are not broken, you are not alone, and you are not done. Here, sups are what most men don't yet realize. Male wellness massage is not about relaxation. It's steps about restoration. When practiced with intention and consistency, these massages help improve blood circulation to the pelvic and genital regions, relax tight pelvic floor muscles that quietly interfere with intimacy, reduce stress hormones that block performance, awaken nerve pathways that reignite sensation and pleasure. Think of your body as a musical instrument. Over time, it drifts out of tune. What these massages do is bring the strings back into alignment, so every note rings true again. And the numbers back this up. Studies suggest that at least 3 to 5% of men over 50 face measurable sexual dysfunction. But the reality, the true number, is far higher. Silence, stigma, and shame keep many men from admitting the challenges they face. The good news, you don't have to be part of that silent statistic. With nothing more than your own 2 hands and a little consistency, you can take control. That's where massage techniques like rhythmic touch, ring gliding, and perineal release come in. They aren't complicated, they aren't dangerous, and they don't cost a single cent. They only require curiosity, consistency, and the willingness to reconnect with yourself. So let me ask you, what changes have you noticed in your body as you've gotten older? Write it down, even privately, or share it in the comments if you're bold enough. You may be surprised by how many other men resonate with exactly what you're going through. Now, let's get real about the why behind this practice, because male wellness massage is not just some trendy self-care ritual. It is backed by science, by physiology, and by the lived experiences of thousands of men. When you apply touch with intention to your pelvic region, the base of the penis, the perineum, that sensitive space between the scrotum and anus, and the lower abdomen, you're creating 3 powerful shifts inside your body. Boosting blood flow where it counts. Touch stimulates something called vasodilation. It's a fancy word, but here's what it means in plain English. Your blood vessels open up. When that happens, more oxygen-rich blood flows into areas that may not be getting enough anymore. And when blood flow improves, the tissues responsible for erections get the nutrients they need to thrive. A study in the Journal of Sexual Medicine showed that men over 60 with mild to moderate dysfunction experienced measurable improvement in blood flow and erectile quality after regular therapeutic pelvic massage. In other words, this is not speculation. It works. Your body has a dedicated network of nerves designed for arousal and sexual control. The main player, the pudendal nerve. When you massage slowly along the shaft of the penis or gently around the perineum, you activate this nerve. That activation sends signals to the brain, and with repetition, those signals strengthen the pathways that govern sensitivity, arousal, and control. It's like retraining the connection between your brain and your body. For men dealing with delayed response, decreased sensitivity, or performance anxiety, this kind of neural rewiring is a game changer. Now, here's the piece most men never think about. Your pelvic floor muscles. These wrap around your prostate, bladder, and lower intestines, are often tight, tense, and overworked. And when those muscles are locked up, trouble follows. Premature ejaculation, erectile dysfunction, pelvic pain, reduced pleasure during intimacy. But here's the fix. Gentle massage of the lower abdomen and perineum helps release this hidden tension. And when that tension eases, your body can function the way it was designed to: free, relaxed, responsive. So now we've seen both sides, the emotional truth and the scientific proof. And this brings us to the part most men are curious about. How do you actually do it? Now that you understand why male wellness massage matters and the science behind it, let's move into the how. Because knowledge without action changes nothing. This is where you take control. And remember, these aren't tricks. They're tools. Tools designed to restore function, rebuild confidence, and reawaken pleasure. They are simple, safe, and completely within your control. Over the years, you've taught hundreds of men these techniques, and again I see the same thing, the look of surprise when they realize how effective something so simple can be. 1. The manual ring glide. This is one of the most foundational techniques. Here, steps how it works. Form a loose ring with your thumb and index finger. Gently glide from the base of the penis all the way to the tip. Keep your grip light, not tight. Focus on consistency rather than intensity. What this does encourages better blood flow into erectile tissues, enhances nerve feedback, retraining the brain-body connection, helps build stamina and control, especially for men struggling with timing issues. Think of this as your circulation reset button. Every glide is like a pump, feeding life back into your body's natural response system. Most men overlook this, yet it's one of the most powerful tools for pelvic health. The perineum. That soft space between the scrotum and anus is packed with nerves and lies directly over the muscles of the pelvic floor. Here's steps how to do it. With clean hands and trimmed nails, apply light pressure with a fingertip. Use small circles or gentle pulses, alternate between pressing and releasing. What this does, calms overactive pelvic nerves, supports prostate health by improving circulation, releases tension that contributes to premature ejaculation and pelvic pain. I've had patients tell me this single technique changed everything. They finally felt a sense of relaxation in an area they didn't even realize was tense. This one connects body and mind. Here's steps how to practice it. Place your hands on your lower abdomen or along the shaft. Breathe deeply. Inhale for 4 counts, exhale for 6. As you breathe, stroke in rhythm with your breath. What this does, reduces anxiety by pairing touch with breath, integrates relaxation and stimulation, improves focus, helping men stay present rather than distracted. Many men describe this as the switch that turns intimacy from performance into presence. Each of these techniques builds on the others, and you don't need to practice them all at once. Start with one, explore it, get comfortable, then slowly add the others into your routine. Remember, this is not about speed. It's about consistency, curiosity, and allowing your body to respond. Now, before you even touch your body, I need you to understand something crucial. The environment matters. This isn't just about technique. It's about creating space. A space where your nervous system feels safe, where your mind can let go, and where your body is free to respond. Here's tips how to set yourself up for success. You don't need candles and spa music unless that's your style. What matters is this, calming your nervous system. Because when your nervous system is calm, your hormones balance, your circulation improves, and your body responds more easily. Here are simple ways to do that. Lighting. Use a warm bedside lamp or soft overhead light. Harsh, bright light stimulates stress hormones. Warm light tells your body, relax. Sound. Choose what soothes you. Gentle ambient music, nature sounds, or even silence. The key is to avoid distraction. Scent. Try a drop of essential oil in a diffuser or on a tissue, ginger for warmth, sandalwood for grounding, rosemary for circulation. Always test before applying directly to skin. Some men feel best lying on a yoga mat with a towel, others prefer a recliner or even the privacy of their bed. The key isn't set the furniture. The key is privacy. You should feel completely free, not rushed, not self-conscious, because that sense of freedom is what allows your nervous system to soften and your body to open. This step may sound small, but it sets essential. Wash your hands with warm water. Take your time. This signals care. Rub them together until they tingle. This warms the palms and awakens sensation. Have a natural oil or unscented lotion nearby. Avoid chemical-heavy products that irritate sensitive skin. Coconut oil, almond oil, or even a simple unscented lotion is enough. Treat this preparation as part of the ritual. It's not a chore, it's an act of respect for your own body. Before any touch begins, pause. Close your eyes. Take 3 deep breaths. Inhale through your nose for 4 counts. Hold for 4. Exhale through your mouth for 6. This isn't just relaxation breathing. Physiologically, it activates your parasympathetic nervous system, your body's rest and digest mode. That means your muscles release tension, your blood vessels expand, your mind calms, and your body becomes ready to receive sensation. This last step is where ritual becomes powerful. Before beginning, write down one word describing how you want to feel by the end of the session. Confident, peaceful, curious, reconnected. It may sound small, but that single word builds a bridge between your body and your mind. Because without intention, touch is just motion. With intention, touch becomes transformation. And here sips a quick reflection I often give my patients. Make your space a place of care, not judgment, not pressure, just care. Because when your body feels safe, it responds, not with tension, but with strength, sensation, and confidence. Now that you've seen both the techniques and the environment, we're ready to go deeper into the part most men overlook, the emotional side. Because wellness massage isn't only about physical change, it's about emotional connection, intimacy, and reclaiming your sense of self. Now, let's pause for a moment, because while the science and techniques are powerful, there's a layer most men and even most doctors rarely talk about. That layer is emotional connection, not just with your partner, not just with your body, but with yourself. You see, most men over 60 have spent their lives in motion, doing, providing, fixing, carrying responsibilities. But very few were ever taught how to slow down and simply feel, and that sips what makes male wellness massage so transformative. It sips not just physical, it sips emotional. It creates a bridge back to sensation. It reminds you, I am still here. I still deserve tenderness. I still want to connect, not just perform. Because here's the truth. When you awaken parts of your body that have gone quiet, you also awaken the emotions that have been buried with them. For some men, that means joy. For others, relief. And for many, tears. Not from pain, but from finally feeling something real again after years of numbness. I'll give you an example. One of my patients, Ibrahim, 67, came to me during a rough patch in his marriage. He and his wife weren't fighting, but they weren't connecting either. Their conversations had become about chores, bills, and obligations. Touch was gone. I guided him to begin simple. Not a grand gesture, not intimacy, just a hand massage with his wife while they sat together for evening tea. That's it. At first, he felt silly. But within a week, something shifted. They started talking again, not about errands or money, but about how they felt. Within a month, they were laughing more, sitting closer. And yes, intimacy returned, not as a performance, but as a natural extension of connection. Sometimes, touch doesn't begin in the bedroom. Sometimes it begins in the kitchen, on the couch, or in the quiet moments of care. Now, you may be wondering, but what if I stem alone? What if I don't instead have a partner? Let me speak to you directly. This practice is still for you. In fact, it may be even more important. Self-massage isn't a poor substitute for intimacy. It's a pathway, a way to reconnect with yourself, prepare for future intimacy, or simply reclaim your own sense of worth. I've heard countless men tell me, I didn't realize how much I was missing myself until I started touching myself with kindness. And I'll tell you this, That's not weakness, that's courage. Try this. After your next massage, rest your hand over your chest or lower belly. Breathe and say silently, I am still here. I still deserve care. Simple words, but powerful ones. Because when you affirm yourself this way, your body listens. Your nervous system listens. Your heart listens. Now, let's step back. You may have clicked on this video with curiosity, maybe even doubt. Can something as simple as a massage really change my confidence, my energy, my intimacy? And yet, here you are, still listening, still learning, still open. That alone tells me something important about you. You are ready because what these techniques offer is not just physical change. They're symbolic. Every time you give yourself a wellness massage, you start sending a message to your body.
You are safe.
You are worthy. You still belong to yourself. And from that place of safety and self-respect, transformation happens. Erections become more natural. Intimacy feels less pressured. Emotions feel less locked away. Life feels warmer, fuller, and freer. Now, don't overthink this. You don't need the perfect oil, the perfect music, or the perfect technique to begin. Here's all you need to do. Choose a quiet time this week. Create a small ritual space. A lamp, a towel, or even just silence. Try one technique, just 5 minutes. Then observe, without judgment. What feels good? What feels new? What emotions arise? And here's the important part, write it down. Or if you feel bold, share it in the comments below. Because when one man shares his truth, it gives other men permission to do the same. And that's how change spreads, man to man, story to story. As your guide today, I want to leave you with this truth. You are not broken. You are not too old. You have not missed your moment. Your body remembers. Your mind can rewire. Your heart can reopen. Whether you are practicing alone or with a partner, whether you feel nervous or excited, whether you've just started or have been doing this for years, you are not alone anymore. I am walking this path with you, and so are thousands of men in this community who are rediscovering what it means to thrive, not just survive, in their later years. So let me ask you, which massage technique are you most curious to try first? What did today's SIP's message awaken in you? If you stayed with me until now, type I stayed until the end in the comments. Let's build this circle of men who are reclaiming their power, their vitality, and their confidence. And if this touched you in any way, please like, subscribe, and tap the bell. That way we can keep walking this journey together. Until next time, I'm Dr. Clara, reminding you, your body still knows how to feel good. It just needs your permission. Take care of yourself. And never forget, you still belong to yourself.